Good morning, friends, and welcome to Take Two for this Thursday, the 31st of January, 2019. I'm Jeannie. I'm so glad to be with you. Wow, and just like that, January is gone. Can you believe it? Well, I am here today to share something very simple. It's just a truth that hit me between the eyes, and that was the difference between hurtful and harmful. Now, they may sound like they're exactly the same thing to you, but last night we got a clearer perspective on those two words and what they mean when we were doing our Bible study at church. And we were talking about, there was actually an example given about a man who goes to the dentist, and he has a really bad toothache, and it just is hurting him and hurting him for weeks and weeks. Finally, he breaks down. He goes to the dentist, and as he walks into the dentist, he gets examined, and the doctor says, wow, there's a huge cavity in there. I'm going to have to drill and fill. And, reluctantly he agrees. He says, okay, just do what you need to do. I can't take this pain anymore. And the dentist drills and drills. It hurts, and he's drilling and drilling. And finally gets it all filled, gets it all taken care of. And the man goes home. And after the pain and the swelling and everything subsides, in no time at all is right with the world. And the pain is gone. So here's the question. Did that doctor hurt? Did that dentist hurt that patient? Yeah, he did. It hurts to have your tooth drilled, especially when you're in a lot of pain with a bad cavity. But did he harm him? There's the question. No, obviously he did not harm him. If anything, he kept additional harm from happening to that patient. You see, if he had just let it go and let it go and let it go and never visited the dentist, then the pain would have gotten worse. It could have abscessed, any number of things. He could have ended up needing a root canal. Who knows what would have happened? So there the dentist is hurting him by drilling and digging and sticking him with needles and so forth. But in the end, it ended up preventing that man from being harmed. See, this is where we get it mixed up. We think if somebody hurts our feelings, says something to us and insults us or anything like that, oh, you hurt me, and we get that confused with harm. Because, see, like that dentist who just had to do what he had to do, which inflicted some pain and hurt upon that man in the dentist chair, what he was doing was preventing harm from happening in his life long term. A lot of things that we go through in our childhood, the hurts that we experience as children particularly, end up harming us in later life. Like, do you ever hear the saying, children of an alcoholic become alcoholics, or children of abusers become abusers? You end up becoming the things you hate. If you have a parent who overspends and you're taught, really bad spending habits, you might end up becoming, another generation of getting in debt carelessly. Or, there's just a lot of things that'll happen in people's lives because they learn these bad behaviors younger and it's hurting them. Or if they're constantly insulted or bullied as children, that could end up causing them to be very much harmed in their older life. So balance it in your heart and say, okay, is what I'm going through right now, these hurts, is this something that's going to harm me later on? Or am I going to take these and put them in perspective? So if somebody's bullying or saying something bad to you or doing something to hurt you, insult you, things like that, it's your choice right then and there what you're going to do with it. What am I going to do with these hurts that are being inflicted upon me? Well, now, of course, please, I'm going to bring some balance to this. Please remember that if you're a small child, you're 2, 3 years old, you can't make logical decisions about how to deal with things like that, especially if the person doing you, hurting you that way is your parent or somebody like that in your life. But if you have gone through those things as a child, you were abused, your parent was, abusing you or being cruel to you or using awful words to you, which hit sometimes as hard as a fist, and you've gotten to a point where you say, my goodness, I find myself turning around and hurting others, and this has done me a great deal of harm. Here's my advice to you, and it's not a pat answer, and I'm not trying to wave a magic wand, okay? So please understand what I'm saying. If you examine why you behave a certain way that you do, and you just don't like when you do those things, stop and analyze it. Get the help that you need. Go to a professional who can help you sort out those feelings and those behaviors and realize why you do the things that you do sometimes, why you might be hurtful to other people, which is going to, in the end, do them harm. Stop the cycle. Break the cycle by getting some help, getting the assistance that you need so that you could stop those behaviors, so that you won't be inflicting hurt on other people, which eventually will do them harm. So are you getting what I'm saying, boys and girls? Hurt and harm, they do go hand in hand, but they are two completely different things. So examine it and think about it and get the help that you need. And let me say this to you, okay? Don't think that there's just a quick solution to something like this. If you really do want to get some help for others who have hurt you, and you being maybe extra sensitive, and you want to work on those things, private message me, okay? Please do, and I will direct you to who you might need to see, okay? You don't want to necessarily go to other people who are in just as bad a shape as you are so you could commiserate. That usually doesn't bring a whole lot of good solutions to your issues. I'm talking about going to a professional counselor, getting some help, going to your pastor, going to people who can really, really help you, okay? You hearing what I'm saying? Okay, now, go be a blessing to somebody today. You might end up being the only one who is. And go to somebody who might be experiencing those kinds of feelings that maybe they have been very harmed because of others who have hurt them over the years. You want to be an encouragement to them, okay? And if you need to encourage them to go get some professional help, do that too. That can be a real blessing, that kind of advice, okay? Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jeanne Sigler, Jeannesigler. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done it already. And of course, for great music, great programming, great everything, go to WRMZ.org and click the listen button. Now, I do have to say this. At this present exact moment, we are doing some major upgrades to RAM FM, which I'm very excited about. It means upgrading our equipment. It means doing several things. So we've been going on and off the air for the last few days, and if you click on it and it says error and it says that we're not streaming or that we're not on the FM dial, sit tight, because by Monday, hopefully by Monday, everything should be back to normal again with great upgraded sound and great programming, okay? All right, I love you all very much. Now remember, Friday is Unsung Hero of the Week, and I got a really good one for you this week. Not that they're not all good, but make sure that you tune in for that, okay? I love you all very much. I shall see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.